Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sloan-Kelly coming right back at you for the next installment of Dr. Sloan-Kelly's Medical Billing and Coding blog. And this week, you already guessed it, we're staying on ICD-10. I was shocked last week when I saw Congress finally repeal the SGR formula. I never thought I'd see it coming. And so with that, I was kind of nervous though, because I thought they were going to put in there a provision about delaying ICD-10 once again, but it didn't happen. Can you believe that? So my phone's been ringing off the hook this week. Everybody wants to know, Doctor, do you think we're going to move on to ICD-10 come October 1, 2015? For the first time, I feel like I can definitely say yes. And I think you guys need to get prepared. The next question I'm asked is like, oh my gosh, we're not going to have enough time. Yes, you have enough time. And with me by your side, my newsletters, I'm putting together a great resource of webinars, live seminars. You will get through this and you will be trained prior to the implementation date. So let's talk about what we're talking about this week. I got my trusty notes down here once again. Last week I gave you just a general overview in regards to clinical documentation in ICD-10. This week I decided to be a little bit more specific for you guys. So hopefully when you read the newsletter, you'll get some great information. I'm going to point out the top points here when it comes to documentation, what some of your providers need to make sure that makes its way into the note. One of the top things that ICD-10 deals with is laterality. I need to know, is it right, left, or is it bilateral? Docs are usually really good about documenting that. I always tell them if there's two parts to it and it can be said that it's right or left, tell me about it regardless if the code is affected by that. The next one is acute versus chronic. This is the area that your providers actually don't usually tell you. And it actually drives a lot of the ICD-10 codes out there. So you want your docs to let you know, is it an acute process? Is it a chronic process? I ask doctors all the time to define it for their coding staff so that you have a clear understanding. For me, acute means 3 months or less of symptoms, and chronic means more than 3 months of symptoms. The next one is episode of care. So ICD-10 wants to know, especially when you're dealing with a fracture, they need to, you need to let them know, is this a initial encounter? Is this a subsequent encounter? Or is this a sequela? It is that important. Now, can you probably deduce this from the medical record? Yes, you can. But I always encourage my providers to give as much detailed documentation as possible. Quantity versus quality is what I tell people all the time. I want the quality. I'm not worried about the quantity. Just give me what I need. Does not have to go on for pages and pages and pages, but allow me to be able to maximize our reimbursement by having the documentation there that is needed. The next one is tobacco use. You have to make sure that it's documented in the social history if the patient's ever smoked before, if they ever been exposed to tobacco before, and also if they're a current smoker. There are a lot of diagnoses that require for tobacco use to be coded along with it. And so two of the examples I gave you in the newsletter are hypertension and sinusitis. So keep that in mind. The next one is age. Some of these ICD-10 codes are driven by age. Yes, a lot of doctors are really good about mentioning the age and the history of present illness. If not, make sure that it's documented somewhere for that office visit. And then lastly, type of healing. That again is going to deal with fractures on the fracture side. And so one of the things that ICD-10 wants to know is that is it normal healing? They want to know if there's delayed healing or if there's malunion of the fracture. So hopefully this will give you some great tidbits. The newsletter goes more so into it. If you're not on my newsletter, visit my updated website. We've been working on that, www.drsloankelly.com, and you can sign up for the newsletter there. Also, make sure you check out Medical Train Right, medicaltrainright.com for some of my latest ICD-10 coding webinars and live seminars. I'm coming to a city near you real soon. All of this is all being updated live. Every week something is changing as I put out more information. Also, I still have some slots open for private training on site at your practice. So if you're interested, make sure you let me know. Just shoot me over an email at Dreama, DREAMA, at drsloankelly.com. All right, guys, it was awesome hanging out with you again this week. Make sure you read my newsletter. I have some webinars that are listed down to the left-hand side, and I will make sure that next week we'll get you a new topic about ICD-10. We're going to get through this together. We're going to get through it well. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.